I hope you're doing okay today. I'm doing very well. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Tennessee. But I have the Book of Virtues here, and I'm currently working on an ear cleaning video. But working on that, as well as the massive amount of assignments I have at the current time, is really slowing the process down. So I wanted to make something for you, just so you didn't have to wait a very long time for the next video. So I read a little bit from this in a previous video, and I thought I would just read a couple more things from a different section. I think I read from courage and maybe kindness last time. I'm not exactly sure. But today I'll be reading from compassion. And yeah, it's been a very busy day, so I'm sorry if I'm a little out of it. But thank you for everything on my 20 triggers video. I'm glad you liked it. So thanks for all the kind words in the comments. I also got a package of snacks from Australia. One of my very kind friends sent me a box of things, and another box of some snacks and trinkets and things from Brooklyn, New York. So very soon I'll be making some videos and showing you what all that stuff was, and taste testing some foods that I've never had before. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I'm actually waiting to get my next microphone to make those, because I want to make sure the sound is really good. So that's all down the road. That'll come after this, and the ear cleaning and a couple other things, but it is in the works, in the planning process. So I'm going to read you some stories, or a poem and a short story, and I might tell you some stories if I think of some nice stories to tell. And I'm kind of excited. So here we go. We'll just get started. Oh, my book just closed. Lost my page. Okay, so the first one is right here. There's a little picture of a bird, and it's called Kindness to Animals. There's a note at the top that says, compassion may be first learned through kindness to all creatures great and small. So here we go. It's pretty short. Little children, never give pain to things that feel and live. Let the gentle robin come for the crumbs you save at home. As his meat you throw along, he'll repay you with a song. Never hurt the timid hare, peeping from her green grass lair. Let her come and sport and play on the lawn at the close of day. The little lark goes soaring high to the bright windows of the sky, singing as if 'twere always spring, and fluttering on an untired wing. Oh, let him sing his happy song, nor do these gentle creatures wrong. So it's just a cute little Be Nice to Animals poem. I think it's cute. I love animals. I love animals so much. As some of you know, I've got 3 dogs. My brother has a bearded dragon, we've had several different pets in the past. We had sugar gliders at one point. And yeah, animals are fun. I recently found this video of a baby elephant who was like acting all tough and charging at these people. Not like angry, he didn't even come all the way up to them, but he was just being cute and like jumping and stuff. So I'll post that on my Facebook if you want to see it. You can go in and watch it. Oh, but there's a funny story from when I was little. These, I don't know if they're everywhere, but here in Tennessee, we have these blue-tailed lizards that run around. I'm sure there are other places that have them, but I don't know where. And they kind of scurry along in the summertime along the pavement, and they climb up the sides of the house and things like that. But when I was little, I was maybe, gosh, somewhere around 2 or 4. I don't remember exactly how old I was. But I liked to catch them when I was little, and I was trying to catch this one, and he bit my finger. And I gotta put this down so I can show you. He just like clamped onto my finger, and I was looking at him, and I was like, whoa, and I didn't like scream or cry or anything, but I just went up to my dad, and I was like, Daddy, ow. And that's all I kept saying. I was just like, Daddy, ow. And I was like shaking my hand, and this little lizard was dangling from my finger. So my dad was like, oh my gosh. So he just unclamps the jaw of it and sets it free. And it was just a funny little story. That didn't hinder me from catching them in the future. Didn't really scare me all that much. But I had these little teeth marks in my finger for a while. So they're pretty fun to catch though. Those and the salamanders, we have those around here. And yeah, there are a lot of fun little critters in Tennessee that run around. We have, you know, rabbits and foxes, deer, and that sort of thing. Okay, so I'll go to the next story. This is a little longer, and it's called Little Sunshine. And let's see, it's about a page. It says retold by Etta Austin Blaisdell and Mary Frances Blaisdell. Hope I'm saying that right. Alright. Bestowing compassion is like offering most other gifts. Often it's the thought that counts. Oh, that was just the note at the beginning. That wasn't the story. So here's the story. Once there was a little girl named Elsa. She had a very old grandmother with white hair and wrinkles all over her face. Elsa's father had a large house that stood on a hill. Each day the sun peeped in at the south windows. It made everything look bright and beautiful. The grandmother lived on the north side of the house. The sun never came to her room. One day Elsa said to her father, "Why doesn't the sun peep into Grandma's room? I know she would like to have him." "The sun cannot look in at the north windows," said her father. "Then let us turn the house around, Papa." "It is much too large for that," said her father. "Will Grandma never have any sunshine in her room?" asked Elsa. "Of course not, my child, unless you can carry some to her." After that, Elsa tried and tried to think of how she could carry the sunshine to her grandmother. When she played in the fields, she saw the grass and the flowers nodding their heads. The birds sang sweetly as they flew from tree to tree. Everything seemed to say, "We love the sun, we love the bright warm sun." "Grandma would love it too," thought the child. "I must take some to her." When she was in the garden one morning, she felt the sun's warm rays in her golden hair. Then she sat down and she saw them in her lap. I will take them in my dress, she thought, and carry them to Grandma's room. So she jumped up and ran into the house. Look, Grandma, look. I have some sunshine for you, she cried. And she opened her dress, but there was not a ray to be seen. It peeps out of your eyes, my child, said her grandmother, and it shines in your sunny golden hair. I do not need the sun when I have you with me. Elsa did not understand how the sun could peep out of her eyes, but she was glad to make her dear grandmother happy. Every morning she played in the garden, then she ran to her grandmother's room to carry the sunshine in her eyes and hair. So cute. So that's the little story. I think it's really cute. I think it's a little bit sad. I think they should have just moved the grandmother to the other room. That would have solved all their problems. But then you wouldn't have this cute story to tell. So, I have a very cool grandmother. She's really awesome. We like to tell the story of the first time she heard dubstep music because she started dancing, and she's like, I like this. It was really funny. But yeah, she's really cool. She's a lot of fun. And you should tell me all about your grandmothers, because grandmothers are really interesting and usually have really funny stories, or very interesting stories. I was talking to my grandfather recently, Paw Paw, and he said that when he was young, they didn't have a lot of money, so him and I think his friend ended up stealing some bicycles, I think. I don't remember where from, but they took these bicycles and took them home, and I think something happened and the police came and took their bicycles, but then, oh, they took their bicycles, that's right, they took their bicycles to the police station because they were stolen. So they go up to their mom, or who was taking care of them at the time, and they're like, they took our bicycles. And so she took them to the police station and told them, like, someone took their bicycles. And so they said, okay, well, we'll go and see if we can find them. So they go to this big room that's just full of all these bikes. And they're like, which ones are yours? They picked the nicest bikes in the whole room. They're like, these are ours. They're like, okay, so they give them the bikes and they leave and take the nicest bikes home. So I thought it was really funny. It's a good story. But, so I think that's that. Tell me some stories about either animals that you've experienced or that you have. Animals can be really funny. We have lots of good stories from the zoo and things like that. So, also, I would love to hear any cool stories about your grandparents. Yeah, they usually have really good stories. So if you have any good stories they told you that you could tell me, I would love to hear them. I like hearing about the good old days, you know, so feel free to share any of that with me. I would love it. Thank you for listening. I will get this ear cleaning video finished as soon as possible. Thanks for bearing with me. School is a little bit hectic right now since the semester is about to end. So it's like a 10-page paper here, an 8-page paper there, a presentation there, and it's all just adding up. So, and then we have final exams on top of that coming up. But it's almost over. It's almost over. Graduation is soon. So, thanks for your patience. Thanks for all of your kindness, and I hope that you sleep well.